Well, the Rizal Memorial Coliseum is buzzing with electricity and excitement as Iran, a team that sent the Philippines crashing to 7th spot in the standings of the 2023 Challenge Cup, making their way to the venue, will take on Alas Pilipinas, this newly formed team right now stunning just about everyone in the competition. They are coming off 2 4-set wins and are undefeated coming into their 3rd game today. Welcome to the 4th and final match of our quadruple header this Saturday in the 2024 Asian Volleyball Confederation Challenge Cup. And these are the countries participating, all 10 of them. And the crowd excited. They've been here early today despite the rain and the heat of this weekend. And looking forward to another Alas Pilipinas win. We'll put them at the top of the standings before their final game tomorrow. End of the preliminary round. Semifinals will begin on Tuesday. A little over 6,000 people in attendance. Probably around 3,000 as early as 3 o'clock today. And the results of the earlier games: Hong Kong with a 3-set win, Kazakhstan winning as well, Australia winning in 4, and Alas Pilipinas looking for their 3rd straight win. Iran looking to win 2 straight after beating Chinese Taipei yesterday. Hi everybody, thank you for watching us on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. Eric Tapan alongside Noreen Go and Doreen Soy Baguio will be joining us later. These two teams met before. It was a 3-set win for Iran in last year's match for 5th to 7th place in the classification round.
Well, I'm just excited to be covering this match. The Philippines hoping to take from the 2-game winning streak, like you said, and book a seat in the semifinals. Iran, for me, fighting for dear life. It's a must-win today for Iran.
All right, let's take a look at this Iranian lineup, a team that only has 5 remaining players from the 2023 roster of the Challenge Cup.
Yeah, well, we have to say they improved in their FIVB world rankings. They are now at 57, rose back to 57. They have a young team, a younger team, so no Saberi, Masa, and Moni. These are the names that we're used to. But they have new young players in Salamat and Por Saleh. So these are the 2 players that they're going to look out for.
Meanwhile, Philippine lineup, only Faith Nisperos remains from the 2023 roster, the newly minted Alas Pilipinas. We look at this roster, I'm sure the fans are pretty familiar with some of the big names in this roster.
Well, we have to mention an exciting thing also for Team Philippines. They also rose the ranks in the FIVB World Rankings from 63 to 62, given the 2 wins. But I must say, Eric, if you put a bunch of girls together who plays with a lot of heart, then you inject the leadership of a Gia de Guzman. I feel it's really magical, and it's great to see it. And they're hoping to ride again on that winning streak and hope to win today.
Well, Aitak Salamat, who was sparingly used in the 2023 Challenge Cup, one of the top scorers for Iran in this latest edition of the Challenge Cup. One of 3 players in double digits for the team in their win against Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, clearly the bright spot for Team Iran. You know, after her first outing, she scored 10 points in the last match. She erupted with 23 points. So she will be the leader, obviously the focal point of Iran's offense today.
There she is. Meanwhile, the Philippines, 4 players in double digits in back-to-back games. Despite the slow start, we managed to really put it together. Take a look at the numbers of Aitak Salamat. She will be a marked woman defensively for the Philippines, that's for sure. In the meantime, we focus our attention on the person making it possible for Alas Pilipinas players to score in double digits. Of course, that's the veteran setter, Gia de Guzman.
Boy, people call her G amazing, and she's really showing that today. She is continuously amazing the crowd, amazing her teammates, just finding the right balls to set. Her decision making is crazy, on point, and you said it, 4 players in double digits. She's just finding the right player to feed.
Gia de Guzman, I'm sure big numbers in terms of excellent sets each and every game, and the way she facilitates the offense of the Philippines is something to behold if you're a volleyball fan. So focus your attention on her. Alas Pilipinas looking for payback after that defeat against Iran in the 2023 Challenge Cup. But take a look at the pool standings.
Well, we have to mention only 2 teams will make it to the semifinals, so it's a must-win for all these teams. to make sure that you make it to the semifinals. Philippines 2-0, the only undefeated team in Pool A, Vietnam in Pool B. And you can see Australia 2-1, India 2-2, Iran. We said 1-1, must win for Iran today.
We're all coming to the final game of the preliminary round tomorrow. Las Pilipinas looking for their third straight win as they take on Iran, looking for back-to-back wins and to go up 2-1 in the standings. Set number 1 coming up right after these.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end of the official rubber. That's it. Volleyball fans, are you ready? We are here at Rizal Memorial Coliseum for your AVC Challenge Cup. This is match number 16 in the women's division and the showdown between Iran and the Philippines. Now let us meet the international referees for this match. Our first referee, Hang Chi-young of Hong Kong, China. And our second referee, Tang Nguyen Huy of Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the showdown between Iran and Las Pilipinas. Let's meet the fighters for this match. Starting with Iran. At number 1, team captain, Aitak Salamat. At number 2, Torsa Fala. At number 7, Shaggy Asankani. At number 9, Karimi Rayan. At number 16, Mobina Gafarian. At number 18, Elahe Borsale. And the starting libero, number 12, Negar Hashemi. And the head coach of Iran, Padide Volorizade. And now mga kababayan, mag-ingay balik sa Las Pilipinas. At number 2, Vivi Sharma. At number 3, Gabby Gantler. At number 11, Capitana Gia de Guzman. At number 12, Angel Camino. At number 18, Cici Rodina. At number 22, Terry Nona. At number 9, the starting libero, Jen Yarba. And the head coach of Las Pilipinas, Jorge Sosa de Brito.
Some changes in the lineup of Coach Padide Volorizade, as number 10, Zera Karimi, will not be in the starting lineup. Meanwhile, number 16, Mobina Garafi, will be included. Now, meanwhile, Cherinos Dunag and Vanessa Gandler, those two coming off the bench previously, now part of the starting lineup, Noreen.
Yeah, you like the tweaks of the different coaches because obviously they're scouting and there is a game plan to be followed. And so far, this 6 from Iran and this 6 from the Philippines is what we're going to see today.
Cherry Luna did not play against Australia, scored 1 point against India. But today in the starting lineup, instead of Teo Gagate and Ayalawe also coming off the bench, as set number 1 is underway. De Guzman going to Gandler right away. And Gandler with the first player of the Philippines.
Well, we've seen that. We've seen a lot of that from Vanny Gandler, and she's showing us that no nerves setting in this international competition. So that's a good sign for Team Philippines.
Vanny Gandler, only 1 point so far. She scored against Australia. She did not get a point against India. And that's the first point of Iran. That is Elale Porsale, another one of those 5 players that part of the 2023 Challenge Cup roster of Iran.
And in their previous match against Taipei, she scored 18 points. So you know she's going to be an option also for Team Iran.
There she is, Elahe Porsale. De Guzman to Gandler again. She's picked up the 2 touches from the Philippines. Battle at the net, and Luna knocks it in.
Oh, Gandler made that opportunity for Nunag, that overpass, and Nunag just takes advantage. You're seeing that the game plan is to go a lot to Vanny Gandler. You mentioned 1 point, and now she has 2.
A different strategy for 57-year-old Jorge Sosa de Brito, head coach of Alas Pilipinas, Vanny Gandler, who is excited to be part of Alas Pilipinas and women's national team. Gandler with a dig. Rondina, her first touch.
Oh, good dig.
Is picked up in the back row by Porsale. Trag Hayek sends it over underhand. So a chance ball here for the Philippines. Nunag!
Oh.
Nunag now with 2 points, her highest output in the 2024 Challenge Cup.
Yeah, but that's great setting by Gia de Guzman, knowing that Team Iran has eyes on Angel Canino, has eyes on Cici Rondina, so why not run the middles?
And again, Gia de Guzman, as we mentioned in the open, her talent in distributing the ball on display. Salamat, that's picked up by de Guzman, set by Makandili, Katindig. Salamat once again. Yes!
Well, she had 23 points. 2 top scorers actually very active today for Team Iran. We have to take, Team Philippines, they have to take note of that. Salamat is one of the first options.
She's scored back-to-back points, back-to-back games in double digits. 10 points in their first game versus India, and then 23 against Chinese Taipei as Karafi serves it outside.
You know, it's interesting to see how Team Philippines has learned from the past two games, right? They would start okay, but towards the end of the first set, they would like falter and lose the first set. But they come back the second, third, and fourth. So interesting to see how they're going to adjust today.
There's a dig by De Guzman. Canino, her first shot. Yes! Angel Canino coming off a 22-point performance against India.
Well, she was the rookie MVP at one point in the UAAP in the collegiate rank. So she's showing us today that I'm going to bring it on here in the international scene.
31-year-old Cherry Nunag with a serve. This is a broken play for Iran. Picked up by Gandler. Fifi Sharma, that is Doug.
Yeah.
Rally continues.
Good save.
Rondina, quick approach.
Oh, still alive.
Spectacular floor defense. Maybe not. Double contact going to be called against Iran.
Well, you know, you appreciate the defense of Iran. Those are tough balls, but they're trying to dig it and keep the ball in play.
Take a look at the crowd inside the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Third straight night it's been packed to the rafters.
Well, the Rizal Memorial has been a go-to venue for all these fans.
Salamat. De Guzman with a dig, but not good enough for a second touch for Alas Pilipinas.
Well, Salamat getting yet another point. It's a one-on-one and she takes full advantage. Gia De Guzman's actually one step short of getting to that ball.
23-year-old Salamat, one of the youngest players in the lineup. Rondina dug by Salamat. Shaghayag sends it over underhand once again. A free ball for the Philippines, and Sharma puts it away.
Well, you have three players in front, all very lethal. We're talking about Canino, Rondina, and Sharma. So you don't envy the defenders of Iran. Who are we going to guard?
Because of her output so far in the Challenge Cup, one of the crowd favorites, the 20-year-old Angel Canino. Good pass.
Yeah.
Result is a nice kill for Rehane Karimi, who's 21. Well, actually will turn 22 next week in June 1.
Well, she looks like one of the tallest players on the floor.
6'4".
Wow.
You'll give you that impression, that's for sure. In the meantime, Shaghayag, who's just 18, serving. Pass by Nierva. Rondina down the line. Got it.
Pretty much a combination play for Team Philippines. De Guzman milking Rondina at the wing. Just a one-on-one. Look at that. Open look for the down-the-line kill.
Rondina, only single digits in their last game. Only 9 points after putting up 16 against Australia. It's a 4-point lead for the Philippines. Back row. And Aitak Salamat puts it away.
Well, defenders slow to react. You have to remind them, or actually they have to remind themselves that Salamat is a threat even at the back row.
Karimi, also back-to-back games in double digits. Serves it outside. Definitely one of the threats offensively for Iran as well. Back to a 4-point lead for the Philippines.
Well, so far, Team Philippines has been successful in maintaining this 3-4 point lead. You want that cushion going into the 20s.
Sharma. Pass by Shaghayag. Orsale. Off the block by De Guzman. Gia sets it up. Back row.
Wow.
Yes! Rondina once again.
Yet another excellent set. We have to mention just one blocker again. Rondina finding the angle, eluding that one blocker.
Out of Compostela, Cebu, CC Rondina. Just still as explosive as that time she was with USD. Timeout here by Iran. We'll listen in. Take a look at the crowd rejoicing and enjoying while the Philippines lead by 5 here in the opening set, Noreen.
Yeah, Philippines doing a good job trying to find the open hitters, meaning open, you have only one blocker. But Team Iran, they have to realize they're a tall team. They're a taller team as compared to the Philippines. You want your blocking to be on point today, so you have to be more aggressive at the net.
Well, speaking of aggressiveness at the net, that is Karafi with the point. Starting setter, 16-year-old Dorsafala with the serve, and quick side out for the Philippines.
De Guzman informing Iran that I can do this. I am a scorer. I'm a setter, but I can score. Finding that center, really, that big hole.
6 and 5 points for De Guzman in their first and second games, respectively. The 8-time PVL best setter with a serve. Popped up by Hashemi. Salamat. Rondina keeping it alive. Canino on a cross-court hit. Dug by Porsale. Porsale on the attack. One-handed save by Rondina. Canino passes. Free ball from the Philippines.
Chance.
Porsale puts it away.
That's a great set on the side of Iran. Just a one-on-one there. And they take advantage. Team Iran, if you're faced with a one-on-one similar to Philippines, you have to take advantage of that.
Porsale, best opposite in 2021 Iran Super League. There she is serving. Canino with a short pass. Angel. That is on the line.
That's just a smart hit by Canino. She took some pace off of that hit. They're so used to her going for these strong attacks. But look at that, just finding that space.
And Canino even impressed coach out of India yesterday. I mean, the way she finds these angles is just mind-boggling.
Well, she is the future, and the future is now for Team Philippines.
That is going to be in. That's on the line for Garafi.
Yeah, trying to elude or trying to dodge Cherry Nunag at that instance and finding that hole in Philippines defense.
18-year-old Mobina with the serve. Nierva with a receive. Canino once again.
Come on! I mean, that ball was so near the net. De Guzman found a way to set it, and Canino had all day.
And the blocker is not even ready. They're surprised. De Guzman able to find that play for Alas Pilipinas. Good pass. Back over for Porsale, dug by Nunag. Canino again. Off the block this time.
Well, Canino's percentages are really off the charts, you have to say, so why not? Make her challenge the blockers. Even if she has 2 blockers, it's not a problem for Angel Canino. And you see, actually, Iran had 2 blockers, 2 tall blockers on Angel Canino.
Shaghayeg off the block of Canino. That's going to be a point for Iran, cutting that big lead of 6 points, the biggest for the Philippines, down to 5.
Giving Canino a dose of her own medicine there.
So substitution here as Fatima Khalidi checking in for the first time. Just turned 22 last May 22.
Good serve.
Off-system play for the Philippines. Rondina, that was Doug. First touch for Khalidi. Gandler, back row. Gets a little help from the net for the point.
You see Gia De Guzman really maximizing her options, giving everyone a touch if possible. Now I think everyone has scored. But what a dig by Nunag. You don't see that a lot, the middle blocker with a great dig.
Back to the biggest cushion for Alas Pilipinas at 6 points.
Good serve.
A short pass from Khalidi. Khalidi. That's going to be outside.
Yeah, Trying to go over P.P. Sharma that play. We saw that, but not enough top spin to clip the line.
So now the Philippines up by 7. And Alas Pilipinas, slow starter. And they lost the first set on their last 2 games, but they're in a good position now.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're saying. You know, you're hoping that they learn from the first 2 games, and so far, so good for Alas.
Salamat against a single blocker, and Rondina just unable to control the power.
Well, she read it well. Rondina read that well. But yeah, it's the technique, needed to push over.
And that ball had a lot of heat on it. I mean, Salamat is 6'2". And she's the reigning MVP of the Iranian Super League. That's going to be outside for CC Rondina.
Yeah, trying to go over the blockers. Actually, that set was too far for her comfort.
So back-to-back points for Iran. That's a serve by Shakhayeg. Another one of those players from the 2023 roster. And another option shot there coming from Guzman.
You know, aside from the fact that Guzman scores the point, that's her second point off of that, it's also trying to warn Iran that I'm a threat. So when I'm about to set, you got to think twice.
Keeps Iran on their toes.
Yeah.
Keeps them honest defensively as well. Short pass there from Shakhayeg. A push. That's a net touch for sure coming from Rehane Karimi.
Well, she tried to, you like the fact that she tried to save it. You know, she got the ball over, but could not control that momentum going into the net.
She has to get some tips from Ea Laure, who had a really good move to avoid the net in the last game. That little Limbarak move.
Yeah.
Porsale picked up by Katindig. Carino.
Good
Salamat
save.
with an overpass, and Sharma just missed it.
Credit to the digging of Team Iran there. A little hesitation on the side of PV Sharma, whether or not to move back, to move forward, and that made all the difference there.
The 6'4" Karimi serving. Nice one. But a good pass there from Rondina. Sets up Gandler. Blocked.
Good cover.
Yerva, this time to Rondina. Yes!
Boy, you saw 2 blockers challenge Rondina, yet she still finds that open space. Goal number 5.
Rondina restores the biggest lead of Alas Pilipinas at 7. 19 serving 12. Sharma coming off a 12-point performance, her first double-digit performance as an Alas Pilipinas player. Blocked by Lunag. Porsale through the block. Gandler with a dig. Gandler involved on both ends of that play. Salamat pushes. Gandler overpasses. Rally continues.
Chance.
Porsale. Yes!
Bit of scrappy play on the side of Team Philippines, and that allowed Iran to get that point or score that point.
Well, scrappier play for Iran. I mean,
Yeah.
several times the Philippines could have put it away. So Dorsa Fala, starting setter, who's just 18 years old and only 5'7". A far cry from the 6'1" starting setter from 2023 roster, a team that beat the Philippines in that classification match in 3 sets.
Well, they're hoping, you know, maybe not as tall, but quicker, you know, that they can make up with speed.
Guzman to Lunag, got it.
Just enough hang time, you know, to get the blockers off guard there, Lunag. Just enough.
Second and last timeout for Iran.
قرار شد چی هر کسی منظم جای خودش کار بکنه وقتی توپای ساده داره میاد اینا دفاعشون بازه خیلی زود چفت نمیشن بنابراین وقتی فرصت محترمی پیش اومد سریع سرعت پاسو زیاد کنیم بازی رو تموم فقط برامون مهمه که ته زمینمون وقتی کشیده میزنن حتما خودمون رو بندازیم زمین مثل اون دفعه که دست انداختیم آسان شلو استفاده کنیم
can hear the urgency in the voice of 49-year-old head coach Padide Bolorizade. Except for Nierva and Katindig, all of the players that have set foot on the floor have scored because of the setting of Big Guzman. Meanwhile, only 5 players have put in numbers for Iran. They're led by Salamat with 4 points.
Well, we're not surprised with that information.
Dorsafala sets it up. Big there by Katindig. Perfect pass. And Vanny Gandler rewards her effort with another point.
The set was actually pretty low for what we're used to seeing Vanny Gandler hit, but still she made up with quickness. Look at that, just that quick swing and gets it, powers it through the blockers.
Gandler with her biggest output as a member of Alas Pilipinas. That serve is outside for De Guzman, and a very comfortable margin here for the Philippines at 6 points.
We have to mention the first 2 games of Team Philippines, their clear strength is their conversion. They had 46.1% against Australia and 48.2%, in that last game against India. So really, the strength is their conversion.
And they're getting better and better each and every game as Canino puts that one away. Back to a 7-point cushion for Alas Pilipinas.
They're really, for me, they're really focused on getting the points, scoring the points, not leaving things to chance. We're gonna get this point back. Let's score, and they have been successful doing that.
Former Lady Eagle, out of De La Salle Zobel in high school, gets an ace.
Boy, everything working and clicking for Alas.
And this will now be the biggest lead for Alas Pilipinas at 8 points. They are en route to a first set win for the first time in the 2024 Challenge Cup.
Yep, and another good serve.
Salamat stops the bleeding and gets a side out for Iran.
You really love and appreciate the attitude of Salamat. Even if they're down by a huge margin, she's still going for it. Her heart is in the game.
So Mobina Garafi with a serve. Nierva with a nice pass. Rodina.
One thing Iran has got to do is adjust their blocking technique. They have 2 blockers.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to stand up and clap.
But it's really a matter of putting the hand over the net, trying to guide it back to the court of Philippines. That's what they need to adjust.
9 set points for Alas Pilipinas. Lunag with a serve. Good pass. Dorsafala. And that one is outside. The error gives Alas Pilipinas their very first set win. But it's not final yet. There's going to be a ball-in, ball-out challenge here by Iraq.
That was a close call.
Iran finished 5th after beating the Philippines in the 5-8 or 5th-8 classification match in the 2023 Challenge Cup. Whereas head coach Padide Bolorizade, former track and field and volleyball player, set numerous records for Iran in the women's high jump and other sporting events.
Wow.
Yeah, she is. And not just that, she has a PhD in sports management and planning as well. As you look at the quick review and challenge here, that's clearly out.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. Officially now, Las Pilipinas with their very first set win in the Challenge Cup Elite.
Yeah, it's a good sign for Team Philippines, obviously, with the 2 wins against Australia and India. Really, the confidence is there, and you can feel it.
Las Pilipinas snaps their first set losing streak as they get the first set against Iran in 9 points. Set number 2 coming up right after these. Alas Pilipinas winning by 9 against Iran in the opening set inside the fully packed Rizal Memorial Coliseum.
Well, you know, when we looked at the first 6 at the start of the match, we saw the addition of Nunag and Gandler. And it's the same result. So you like, obviously, that this team, it doesn't matter who you put in, they're just so comfortable playing with each other, so much respect, and everyone's just fulfilling their roles. I mean, great start. And unlike the first 2 games where they lost the first set, great start, great finish to the first set. And let's look at the numbers. We talked about the strength of Philippines in converting, and so far they're using their strength. Attacks 18-12, aces 1 apiece. But look at the errors. That's one thing we have to mention. Just 3 errors on the side of Alas. Iran double with 6. So very good game for Philippines. That's why it's 25-16. Actually, a pretty easy win.
And they've been improving by leaps and bounds. 30 errors against Australia, only 20 errors against India. And now I don't think they're going to reach 15 if they keep it at this pace.
Yeah, I'm going to knock on wood. A lot of the Filipino fans are going to knock on the wood or any wood 3 times.
Meanwhile, for Iran, as you see some of the highlights still, Gia de Guzman taking matters into her own hands there. 24 errors in their last game. They already have 6 here today. That's something they need to address, obviously, against a team that pounces on your errors. Alas Pilipinas, they make Iran, they punish Iran for making miscues.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. No, Team Iran, they have to figure out what are we going to do to counter the attacks of Team Philippines. They're converting because we only have 1 blocker. We have blockers, but they get through. So what do we have to do? We need to adjust or to correct our technique in terms of blocking. I think that's the number 1 thing they need to address coming in the second set.
They are the taller team. Tibino, I believe. You're seeing.
There you go.
Charo Soriano here as well. I see him, or I see her. Pam Bagala is here as well. A lot of volleyball personalities inside the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. There's the dad of Angel Carino. Part of the coaching staff of Akari Chargers.
What? The fans have to thank him for good genes. For giving Angel Canino great genes.
Mobina Garafi on your screens. 6 points back-to-back games against India and against Chinese Taipei. Cherry Nunag in her first start. And she really stepped up big time. In her first start for Alas Pilipinas. Here's our first referee, Hong Chi Yung. Vandy Gandler as well. Their first start. What a performance.
Coach Jorge De Brito opting to use the same 6 that won that first set. And why not? You love the chemistry of the 6 here.
A service ace to kick things off. De Guzman puts Alas Pilipinas on the board first.
Guzman doing it. The service line. Anywhere in the court. You know, a lot of people are saying Gia de Guzman, one of the best setters we've seen in Philippine volleyball. We thought she was good. A lot of people are saying, but coming from Japan, her Japan stint, she got even better.
That's right. Oh, Borsale finds a way to get it through. One of the best liberos of the Philippines in Don Katindig.
Well, she packed a punch there in that hit, and that's a good sign for Team Iran. The blockers were there, but she still gets that same depth.
So it's 1-1, set number 2. Dorsafala with a serve. Back row Rondina. Too tough for Dorsafala to dig up.
Again, 1 blocker. You know, De Guzman is just reading the defense of Iran really well, really finding or creating the opportunity for these kills.
Gandler with a serve.
Good serve.
Not a good pass there from Dorsafala. So it's a chance ball for Alas Pilipinas. Nunag hits it. That shot is on the line. Borsale once again. There's a challenge here. The first challenge for Alas Pilipinas.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a challenge.
Well, I thought if they were going to challenge a block touch, but it is just ball in, ball out.
This video challenge is brought to you by IRI.
Las Filipinas, best result in the region is 5th in the 83 Asian Volleyball Championship. We finished just 7th, 2 spots down from Iran in the 2023 AVC Challenge. And this year, it might be a little different with the way we're going.
If they make it to the semis, that's the best finish so far for Team Philippines. So, okay, because just to mention the challenge, the ball looked like it did land wide. Let's see.
Here we go.
Oh,
It is just slightly out. It was called in.
yeah. So it looked out, and it's a good challenge for Coach Jorge.
Right, successful challenge for the former Olympian Jorge Sosa de Brito.
That's what I'm saying. Iran's going to challenge the block touch there.
We rarely see a double challenge in one play. Maybe the first time it's happened here in the Challenge Cup.
I'm looking at Cici Rondina, look at her reaction, but she's not giving anything away. We're going to have to wait for the challenge.
There's the head coach of Iran, Faride Bolorizadeh.
The multi-talented coach.
There's no block touch. It's not even close.
Yeah.
The ball in, ball out challenge was closer. So unsuccessful for Iran, and the call will be overturned.
Okay.
A point for Las Filipinas.
Well, after that lull, 2 challenges, we play on.
Maddie Gandler played for the national team when she was still in high school, 2017. That serve is out. So, easy point for Iran.
So coach of Iran would say, okay, then my challenge was successful because of that service error from Gandler.
Both teams error prone from the service area here early in set number 2.
Both teams feeling a bit generous here at the start of the second set.
Well, if you're Iran, they can't afford to give up these easy points because Las Filipinas very good offensively, as they've seen in the last 2 games. Nice block. Rally continues, and that's not a long rally at all. Sakayed scores.
Yep, powering it through the blockers there. You can see a gap there in the blockers. So yeah, it's also the technique of the blocking of Team Philippines.
For those of you watching, Iran overall is a much younger team. Their average age is 20. Las Filipinas' average age is 24. So still a lot of inexperienced players. Salamat, not one of them for sure, for Iran.
Yeah. Well, after being down by a few, now Iran ties the set. And that's what you want to see from Team Iran. You know, you lose the first set, 25-16. You want to come back here in the second set because you want to still try to make it to the semis.
Iran on a 3-1 run. Canino got it. We talked about how efficient she's been. You rarely see her miss.
Yeah.
And for a national team rookie, I mean, you don't see that a lot.
Yeah, and obviously she's so comfortable with the setting of Gia de Guzman. You know, that for me is the biggest factor in the way she's playing.
I thought you were going to say that's so uncanny because for a former De La Salle spiker to be well adjusted to a set by a Lady Eagle.
Boy, but you know, that's an ace by Angel Ganino on cue as we were talking about her. But we have to mention Gia de Guzman is just not just any set. I mean, she is now what we consider an expat that she's played for Japan.
2-point run for Las Filipinas. Making a 3-point run back to back aces for Canino. Canino also had 2 aces against India.
And she's equaled that in the set alone.
برای این کار باید هر کسی کار خودش رو دقیق انجام بده. سرویس با دقت، جاگیری‌های عقب با دقت، دریافت با آرامش. میدل میشینید دفاع انتر نرید. خدمت
Early troubles for Iran. They're back under the biggest deficit in set number 2. Canino, 2 straight points.
And we were looking at the stats. Canino with those 2 aces has now scored 8 points in this match so far. But in that huddle, you can see Coach actually
for Iran. Salamat battles Rondina and loses. The rally continues. Salamat again. Blocked again by Rondina.
Good save.
And an overpass. Canino back row. Picked up by Porsale. Porsafala touches the net.
Well, the effort was there for Team Iran. They tried, that was a good thing, but they're trying to squeeze a play with the ball close to the net for that infraction. Look at that.
There on the landing. Another good serve, but a better pass from Porsale. Salamat, look out.
Right into the block.
We have to say, in today's game, blockers are challenged because no stuff blocks yet for either teams. You know, in the first set, it's 0-0 blocks. But you see that the blockers are there. They just can't seem to have successful blocks.
So does it speak a lot more about the offense of Iran or
Also,
the
yes.
Philippines? Because we're a good blocking team. 8 blocks in our last game, as you see PHI Sharma with the kill. And we had several as well against Australia.
Well, we have to give credit to both setters, for that matter, right? Both setters from Iran and Team Philippines because of their great setting, those tough blocks.
Now serving for Alas Filipinas, number 18 is Cici Rondina.
The pass by Shakayeg. Shakayeg gets it back, looking for the down the line and misses it.
So that's what you don't want to see because we were just talking about blocks. No stuff blocks yet for either teams. You just want to go for the court. You know, don't want to go for too much angle or too tough an angle for it to go wide.
Biggest lead at 5 points now for Alas Pilipinas. Nice shot at the net for Karimi. Off speed coming from Rondina. Easy pickup for Karimi. Shakayeg. Again, same shot, same result.
And this time it brushed to the net, the tape of the net there. Philippines are so sure that no block touch.
The lead continues to grow for Alas Pilipinas, now up by 6 points.
And being aided by the errors of
right.
Team Iran.
They had 6 in the opening set. Shakayeg with a push. Nice shot this time. Makes up for the error earlier with that nice tip.
Point for Iran.
Well, that's the way to go. You try to read your opponent's defense. You're having problems with your attacks. You can drop. A point is a point.
Yep. Shakayeg with a serve.
Whoa.
PHI Sharma catching it as the ball was just hitting its apex.
Yeah, that would pump her up and the entire team. You know, a lot of errors going on here in the second set. Right now, a legitimate kill for PHI Sharma.
Biggest lead at 6 points again for Alas Pilipinas. PHI Sharma, just 23 years old, stands 5'11". Shakayeg with a short pass.
Yeah.
Dorsafala sends it over to the other side. There's the stuff block you've been looking for, Noreen. Rejected is Paul Saleh.
Stat one for the entire match as the first monster block, and Cherry Nunes had that stat.
Now the biggest lead for Alas Pilipinas at 7.
You just love stuff blocks, right? If you're that team, that really boosts your morale.
That's right. Borsale makes up for getting blocked earlier, pounding that one off the block this time.
Yeah, targeting the outer arms of the two-man block. Gia de Guzman there.
Now serving
Borsale. For de Guzman, Vanny Gather, how effective has she been as a starter today?
Well, that's why she is starting today and still playing here in the second set. Just so quick. She dodged the blocker, the tall middle blocker.
Australia and even against India, really just a few minutes on the court, but today showing Coach De Brito that she deserves to be or to get a starter spot for Alas Pilipinas. Canino, what a chase down there for Katindig. Canino sending that one into the net. A rare error for Angel Canino.
Yeah, you know, so far in the first two sets, we keep talking about the players of Alas. What about the liberos? We have to mention Nierva and Katindig. What a tournament they're both having.
Canino makes up for the error right away.
How quick, how easy she makes it look.
The accolades continue to add up for the young 20-year-old Angel Canino. She's just about picked up every award there is at every level.
Well, she's hoping to pick one up here in the AVC.
It's not a far-fetched idea. Borsale off the touch by de Guzman.
Well, we see flashes of brilliance from Team Iran. Now the challenge is you have to do it at a consistent level. You know, you want to chase right now, 9 serving 15. You got to make some stops here.
And just like that, I mean, they do the exact opposite of what you're talking about. Instead of making a run, they give up a free point off a service fault by Borsale.
Yeah, and you can feel it here in the second set. These errors are really halting.
That's true.
You know, the run of Iran.
Back to the biggest lead of Alas Pilipinas, it's 7. Oh, nice block by Sharma.
Great read.
Against the taller 6'3" Mopina Garapi. That forces the error. I mean, you're pressured into taking tougher shots because of the better defense at the net.
Right, I totally agree. That's how we say the impact of a stuffed block. It changes the psyche of the person who wants to attack.
Right. Now lead is 8 for Alas Pilipinas. Block against Shakayeg. This time, Salamat. Blocked by Ondina. Iran's offense stymied by the defense of the white shirts. Canino against 2 blockers. Not a problem.
Boy, again, blockers knew they were going to go to Angel Canino, but not Saleg takes advantage. That's what they have to do. They have to keep trying, keep punching.
13 serving 22, but again, it's just the errors hurting Iran here in set number 2.
Well, not much. You need to address your errors. Service first and foremost, really, for Team Iran.
Out of Negros Occidental,
Serve.
Ara Panique with a serve. Borsale. Almost came up short. Battle at the net. There's a tip by Nunag. Salamat, another overhead toss. Chance ball for Alas Pilipinas. Coronel goes to Gambler.
Good cover.
Pindig pops it up. And the top attack is good. Juju Coronel with her very first point as an Alas Pilipinas member.
Yeah, I mean, one of the taller centers in our country, and she's showing us that height can be might at the net.
And stands 5'9", just 23 years old. And it's set point for Alas Pilipinas. Salamat.
Good stop.
They can put it away here. Coronel, another option play. Salamat with an off speed. Coronel, this time to Gandler with the left hand. Oh, saved by Salamat. What an effort by the 23-year-old. Nunag on a running attack. Dug in the back row by Shagayag.
Still alive.
Rondina Salamat holding the line for the win here in set number 2.
Boy, aside from the errors of Iran, Philippines is stealing it. Everyone getting a touch. Even now, Coronel scores as well.
And the crowd on their feet inside the Rizal Memorial Coliseum as Rondina soars for the winning point in set number 2. It's a double-digit win for Alas Pilipinas in the second set.
The fans going crazy, enjoying this 2-set victory so far. One more, and we're looking at the semis.
2-0. Las Pilipinas against Iran. The final game of our quadruple header inside the Rizal Memorial Coliseum 2024 AVC Challenge Cup. As you look at the highlights of the second set.
Well, Philippines, nothing different. We have to say nothing different. They were still on point. They were serving well. That's, for me, that's one thing that you appreciate from Team Philippines. Their consistent serves, you know. That has been giving Iran a lot of problems in first pass, and they're not able to make any combination plays. We see very straightforward set to the wing hitters, set maybe to the middle, very rare. But yeah, Philippines just looking good, and looked good actually in the second set, and looking good in this match so far.
And we'll look at the numbers in just a little bit, but just as a summary, Philippines keeping it clean relatively, as you see how it happened by the numbers.
Well, you were saying, you know, Team Philippines constantly improving in terms of aces. They have 3 blocks. They have 1 errors. You said keeping it clean at 3, but what about the 9 errors? We did say the whole second set, it just felt like the errors piling up for Team Iran. They just couldn't get going. The 12 attacks was just enough for Team Philippines.
Guzman, once again, magnificent job from Maui Canino, already double digits to side. First player for both teams in double digits. VP Sharma, 4 points. Meanwhile, Iran led by Salamat with 8, Porsale with 7. Their offense just can't get it going because of the number of errors. As a starter, Gandler with 5 points for Las Pilipinas. And they're en route to what could probably be their first straight set win in the 2024 Challenge Cup.
Well, they're hoping for that, obviously, so they need to focus and try to finish this match in 3 straight sets. But we have to mention, Team Iran, the first thing they need to address, first and only for this at the moment, is their serves. They got to get their serves in every time. Focus on that first, and then your first pass. Those 2 things, and you see the difference if you get to address the weaknesses.
Meantime, Vandy Gambler, what a game as a starter for the first time in a tournament.
She is flourishing, right?
Service ace again. In the game against Australia, de Guzman with 3 aces, 3 of the 9 aces of Las Pilipinas.
Oh yeah, another ace for de Guzman.
Whoa! Oh. Probably 4 aces already for de Guzman. More than the number of aces she put out against Australia. What a game.
Yeah. So far, 6 aces already for Team Philippines in this match.
Las Pilipinas, 8 aces against India, 9 against Australia. Salama, tough angle, so an overhead toss. One-handed set for de Guzman, and Nunag capitalizes.
Boy, de Guzman has mastered that. No matter how close she is to the net, she twists, she turns, she dodges the net, avoids it, and still creates the opportunity. Look at that. Nunag had the entire court clear path.
What a start here for Las Pilipinas. 4-0. Set number 3. Porsale looking for the first point of Iran here in set number 3. There's a block against Gandler, and they get it off their defense.
Well, finally for Iran, using their height there, penetrating the net and getting that stuff block.
They're their first block on the match.
Yes. And for them, you just want that to be the start of something big.
Underhand pass. Gandler got it. Oh, Vanny Gandler has the hot hand to start set number 3 for Las Pilipinas.
Yeah, and she's getting the opportunity. She's getting the touches from Gia de Guzman.
Better yet, she is making the most of these touches.
Right.
Because as we know, you get the touches, you don't convert, you're going back to the bench.
True. But I think the pressure is off because she is having a tremendous game today.
In the zone already. Vanny Gandler. Mobina Garafi, number 16, is in the game, or back in the game. for Iran. Salamat, that's dug by Katindig. Meantime, Canino
Good dig.
picked up by Porsale. Dorsa Fala all the way to Shaghayeg. Yes!
Yep, targeting the high hands there. Lunag was there, but just look at the trajectory of that ball.
Got a tall blocker. The bounce most probably be high and far as well. That's
Yeah.
what happened there on the hit by Shaghayeg.
Good pass.
Rondina. Blockers were late. They paid for it with a point for Alas Pilipinas.
See that spin on that ball, aiding that top spin, aiding the ball to get or to dribble across the net.
Oh, terrific shot. CC Rondina. 4-point cushion for Alas Pilipinas early in set number 3. Dorsa Fala falling down as she set the ball. De Guzman back to Rondina.
Good
This
dig.
time picked up by Porsale. Shaghayeg. Gandler keeping it alive. Oh! Quick reaction there by Sharma on the one-handed shot. And the block. Alas Pilipinas turns Iran away.
Boy, Gia de Guzman, it started with her making something out of nothing, getting that like this one, keeping that ball in play, but then the defense, like you said, come on.
Biggest lead now for Alas Pilipinas at 5 points. 7 serving 2.
Another good serve.
Too close to the net. Almost a put away there.
Oh,
Sharma says, I didn't get the first one. Let me get it either.
yeah, I was gonna say that that's poetic justice because of that no call. That was a back row setter, and she got a hand at that. So that was a poetic justice for Team Philippines.
So Karimi will sit down for Iran as Zihane Fazeli checks in. Nunag with the serve here at 8-2. Philippines up by 6 now.
Yep, trying to pull away here.
Salamat. Side out Iran.
Salamat ain't done yet. She is really the workhorse of Team Iran.
9 points already for Aitak Salamat. And working on a double-digit production here. She had 10 again against India and 23 against Chinese Taipei. Canino picked up by Salamat.
Yeah.
Shaghayeg passes underhand. Chance ball for Alas Pilipinas. Rondina.
Oh, still alive. Oh!
Terrific defense by Iran. But in the scramble, Fifi Sharma unable to take advantage. Yervo with a pass. Sharma again. Great digging by Salamat. Shaghayeg turned away. And how frustrating is that, Marina? I mean, as good as they've been in the last 2 or 3 digs, Alas Pilipinas just kept on pouncing.
Yeah, you appreciate the efforts, really keeping that ball in play. However, they couldn't convert. They were giving free opportunities to Philippines. Philippines just didn't take advantage of that, but the defense working well for Philippines.
Good pass, considering the serve by Canino. But it's a chance ball here for Alas Pilipinas. Rondina against one blocker. No match.
Again, that play in itself can actually summarize how Philippines has been playing in this match so far. Teamwork.
Biggest lead for Alas Pilipinas right now, forcing Iran to call their first timeout of set number 3.
استفاده میکنه بعدم رفتن عقب نشستن رول کنین وسط باید بخوابه اینقدر با هیجان بازی
Down big early, 7-point deficit against Iran, team that beat the Philippines in 3 quick sets in the 2023 Challenge Cup in Gresik, Indonesia. And this newly formed Alas Pilipinas team looking for payback.
2 weeks.
2 opportunities, right?
They've been training
Just
for
hastily formed.
Yeah.
And hastily might not even begin to describe it as Rondina off an overpass. Another point.
You see the frustration on the side of Team Iran.
Another Alas Pilipinas player in double digits, Cici Rondina, joining Canino, the 10. In case you're wondering who the lineup or what the lineup was in the 2023 Challenge Cup for it wasn't even Alas Pilipinas. Bank Pineda, Des Cheng was the setter, Michelle Cobb, Pontillas, Doromal, Princess Madrigal, Nerva Agas, AC Minor. Only Faith Nisperos was in that lineup. Who's still part of the national team in 2024. Shaghayeg, De Guzman, Atu Canino. Another rare error for Canino. This is probably the second attack error for her in the match.
A bit too eager, and that play to put it down. Appreciate the effort. That's what you want to see. The errors will come, but what you want to see is the drive, the passion to try to get that point.
Yeah. And the willingness to do it over again.
Yep.
Right on cue. Does it again. This time converts.
Again and again and again.
Right away, I see Cassie Dongallo in the stands here. Dongallo was supposed to be a member of Alas Pilipinas, but got injured during training. During that quick 2-week training, and had to pull out. And her right arm is still in a cast. I can see it. Now that hit is outside for Fazeli. Reyhane Fazeli with a miscue and lead now at 8 for Alas Pilipinas.
You know also the effect of the first two wins, no? Australia and then India. You see that Team Philippines now they're believing that they can actually win, and they're showing us in the way they're protecting their lead. They're surging ahead.
But a point by Dorsafala on a 1-2 play. From a 9-point deficit, it's just down to 8 for Iran.
Still, that's a huge lead.
But they return the point right away off a service fault by Reyhane Fazeli.
Well, if they keep at it, keep making these service errors, really, they're not going to be able to go anywhere. They won't be able to chase this lead by Alas.
Might not be able to even make double digits at the end of the set.
You cannot go away with the bench, okay? You should sit on the bench only. Play the rally, okay?
All right, first referee Hung Chi-yung speaking to team captain Gia De Guzman.
Talking about protocols.
Alas Pilipinas looking for a double-digit advantage again. First appearance by Hedie. She's just 17 years old, and she scores her first point in the Challenge Cup.
Coming off the bench.
Yep. Youngest player in the lineup at 17.
Well, obviously, Team Iran looking for a spark off the bench, just to try to mount some sort of rally here in the third set.
Gambler popped up by Dorsafara, but it goes awry. And I beg your pardon. Hedie is not the youngest player. Dorsafara is. She's just 16 years old.
You know, when you look at Team Iran, they look like they have the material. You're just excited if they have continuity in their program. And then a few tournaments from now, a few years from now, this is going to be a team to be,
for sure,
to be reckoned with.
Serve is going to be wide for De Guzman. A rare miscue for a player with probably only a last player to have the most number of aces in this tournament.
And even if that serve went wide, you see that she has so much control. She's really targeting different parts of Iran's defense.
Luna got it.
Conversion. the strength of Team Philippines is converting really. You know, if you are able to use your strength, play to your strengths in a match, chances are you're really going to win that game.
Back to the biggest lead of Alas Pilipinas, but Gandler with a service fault. And the crowd roars as Faith Hispanos will make her first appearance in the 2024 Challenge Cup. She didn't play against Australia and India.
Good opportunity for Faith Hispanos.
And the serve by Mobina Garat. And she gets an ace.
Well, lead is still manageable, but yeah, that's a good start.
Back-to-back points here for Iran. Good pass, considering the short serve. Down the line for Rondina, picked up by Dorsafalas. Ay, salamat.
Oh, good save.
Dig there by Vanny Gandler. Off speed coming from Rondina. Dorsafala back to Salamat. Hispanos keeping it alive. Rondina again. CC Rondina is just 5'6" and went up against 2 6-footers and still got through.
That was a really out-of-system play. The hardest to actually hit when the ball is coming from the back. So, what talent really by Rondina.
Aitak Salamat is 6'2", and Fazeli is 6'2" as well. Just no fear.
No fear.
For CC Rondina. Shaghayag with the off-speed hit. Nunag back to Rondina. Dorsafala back to Salamat. Nunag keeping it alive. Terrific defense on the floor. Hispanos is turned away.
Well, that's a way for Iran to silence the crowd. Get a stuff block.
Hispanos, obviously some butterflies in her stomach. The first few minutes on the floor in this edition of the tournament.
You know, the crowd was about to erupt had she scored a point.
The roof in the Rizal Coliseum would have blown off if she made that point. Service fault for Salamat. Back to an 8-point lead for the white shirts.
And for senior, really, it is heartbreaking because your top player is also committing the service error. You know, that's a big factor also.
Bad pass coming from Shaghayag. So an underhand easy over for Iran. De Guzman. Rondina! Combination play!
She scores like she's what, 6 feet whatever, but she's 5 feet nothing. Look at this play. Perfect. Perfect execution.
And a crowd so lucky to be witnesses of how Alas Pilipinas dominating right now. We're back to a 9-point lead, the biggest for Alas Pilipinas here in set number 3. Gandler makes it a 10-point lead.
Everybody contributing, and the fans hoping, like people like Hispanos gets the score, and now even Palomata's in.
Not just yet, a timeout, I believe here. Second and last timeout for Iran in set number 3.
قرار شد هر با هر توانو مثل این که از صفر داریم شروع میکنیم. الان هم همه چیز رو پاک کنید، دوباره از صفر شروع کنید بازی کردن. ولی اگه قرار باشه با پیش‌فرض‌های خودتون بلند شید کار انجام بدید، میتونن به راحتی بازی رو بخونید و بعد بر اساسش کنید. هیچ هیجانی هم بهتون ندید. فقط بندازید. ماشاءالله.
You mentioned it after the timeout here by Iran. As you look at the 17-year-old Dorsafana, she's not going to turn 16-year-old, not going to turn 17 until June 12th. There's Ricky Palou. Top left are your screens as we pan out. First appearance in the 2024 Challenge Cup for Del Palomata.
And if you're Team Iran, you're looking, it's this 6 foot something coming off the bench.
He's 6'3". Oh, but a nice attack there. We don't see that attack very often. Reyhane Karimi soaring in for the kill.
But we have to say, because Team Philippines has been serving really well, serving very consistent, so they're not able to get into an easy spot on the court for those plays. But look, if they can and they improve on that, there's so many options.
That's true. Rondina. CC Rondina makes it look effortless.
It's like the healthy option for Team Philippines. Every time you need a point, although everyone's an option, but CC Rondina has just been on point today.
CC Rondina.
10-point cushion. And what could be the final set of this third game for Alas Pilipinas? Hediye. It's a side out.
We don't see a three-man block very often. Hediye just gets it through.
Reyhane Karimi.
Number 9, Reyhane Karimi.
She will serve. Trying to make a run here for Iran. They have not scored 2 straight points in a while. Hediye sends it over. Easy pickup for Rondina. Del Palamata gets her first point as a member of Alas Pilipinas.
Oh, you knew. You just knew Gia de Guzman had that in mind. You know, the next we're gonna see is Faith Nisperos getting a set. What a set!
And now serving for
Bea Gagate, not a second on the floor. Neither for Laure, but not a problem for Alas Pilipinas today. Hediye got it. There's a net touch as well against de Guzman.
Well, she's a bright spot for Team Iran, Hediye. Back-to-back
now
points.
serving 49 to number 2, Valadorsa.
Good serve.
But a better pass. Gandler.
Whoa.
Dorsa Fala with a good save. Salamat off the pass by Hediye. That is outside.
Outside.
Iran will challenge. Ball in, ball out challenge. And I thought Salamat, I'm looking at her reaction. It seems like she's trying to say, did you see it was in? She's talking to her coach.
Well, I was looking at CC Rondina. She said out. Well,
and even Salamat was kind of thinking, why did the coach challenge? Did you see it go in? Because I think she thought it was out as well. Well, we'll find out if it is or not in this challenge.
Well, they have a challenge to spare still, so yeah, why not?
This Iran team not the same without some of the big names that contributed in that battle against the Philippines in the classification stage. They don't have Ashof Demona, Masa Kadkoda, some familiar names. Fatime Amini, and that 6'1" setter Negin Shirtari. We'll take a look at the result of the challenge.
Ooh.
It is it. And clipped the back line.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the edge of the back line, actually.
The challenge.
So their first back-to-back points. And this stage of set number 3. They cut the deficit to 8. A save, tough one, but Dorsa Fala gets it across the net. Oh, but another great save off a pancake. Nisperos. Dorsa Fala popping it up, and there's Salamat. And might go to Faith. No. Rondina back row. Salamat popping it up. Hediye. Back row, Shaghayeg.
Another chance, Philippines.
Gandler.
Oh.
Sends it to the antenna. So 3 straight points scored here by Iran.
But in that play alone, you can see almost everyone got a touch, right?
That's true.
Rondina, Nisperos, Gandler.
So biggest scoring run for Iran in the last 4 minutes at least. Dorsa Fala with a serve.
Whoa!
And Nunag finally says enough is enough.
Nunag asked for that. You set everyone else but me.
Filipina.
And she does not disappoint.
So Ara Panique checks back in, replacing CC Rondina.
In for number 18, CC Rondina.
I like that reaction of Cherry Nunes. Yeah.
Filipinas, number
Cool.
11, Capitana Zia de Guzman.
Oh, nice serve,
Yeah.
but a good pass. Salamat. De Guzman keeping it alive. Makandili. To Panique. Saved by Dorsafala. Here's set by Khalili. Lisperos finally gets her first point in the 2024 Challenge Cup.
Boy, you know, we did already predict that. The Guzman's gonna give Lisperos her chance, and she does not disappoint.
And she deserves it as the lone remaining member of the roster from the 2023 Challenge Cup deserves to be on the board for Alas Pilipinas. Dorsafala. It's 9 match points for Alas Pilipinas. Gandler for the win. Not just yet.
Not
Dorsafala chasing it down. Salamat.
Oh,
Popped up by Katindig. Panique from the back row.
still alive.
Salamat again. A chance for Alas Pilipinas. Here we go. Lisperos delivers a winning shot.
I'm getting goosebumps.
And the crowd roars inside the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Alas Pilipinas, their first straight set win in the tournament. They're Kaitano on her feet, along with the thousands, more than 6,000 in attendance inside the venue.
No, and then you see right now, you know, Coach De Brito really has his some doubts. Game 2, they solidified that. Game 3, it's like their confidence is sky high. Everybody playing well, of course, led by Gia de Guzman.
Aside from the new starting lineup, some new things as well. First game that only 2 players scored in double digits for Alas Pilipinas, but a better result. Rondina with 13, Canino with 12. But, I mean, it's a quicker finish of an opponent.
Yeah, well, we have to mention also there was help from Team Iran. They have the number of errors is just way up there. So one thing they want to correct.
We'll let you know in just a little bit what that number is. But Gandler, what a start for her. 9 points. Also a great start for Nunag, finishing with 7. Both those players came off the bench in their first 2 games. But today as a starter, what a revelation.
Well, let's look at some numbers there in terms of attack. Wow, 48 as compared to 30, we said. Their strength, they know how to convert, and they're showing us that. Blocking 3, aces 6 from Gia de Guzman, and look at the errors. 18 errors for Iran, just 11 for Team Philippines. So one thing, they're really attacking well and minimizing their error. That's why Philippines looking good.
Player of the game, CC Rondina, top scoring for Alas Pilipinas. She's right now with Doreen Suwaybagyo. Doreen, take it away.
Thank you, Eric and Noreen. I am here with our best player of the game, CC Rondina. CC, congratulations on the win. Compared to your last 2 wins, you guys were already able to get the win in the first set of this game, carried that momentum over to the next 2 sets. What was key in getting the groove very early in this game and keeping that momentum all throughout?
Siyempre po, siguro yung pagdating namin dito na naka-mindset na talaga kami na to win this game kasi it's a must-win talaga para mas maganda yung spot namin, and credits talaga sa mga kasama ko na trinabaho talaga, and ayun, maganda yung resulta.
Speaking of spot, you guys are 3-0. Right now, you have 1 more game left in the pool play. How are you looking at that game? And what are the things you and the team still need to work on moving forward?
Siyempre po, magtatrabaho pa rin kami, hindi kami magre-relax kasi siyempre mahaba-haba pa to, and knowing yung mga nakakalaro namin dito is mga veterano talaga. So, ayun, stay pa rin kami kung ano yung mga routines and mga ginagawa namin, and mindset lang.
CC, I know that you are no stranger to the big stage. You have a decorated volleyball career, but how special is it for you to play for the Philippines here in the AVC Challenge Cup?
Siyempre, napaka-special na nandito ako ngayon. Siyempre, hindi lang sa pag-represent ko sa pamilya ko, but also sa katulad ko na maliliit. Siyempre, gusto kong ipakita sa kanila na kahit maliit tayo, kaya natin makipagsabayan. Ipakita lang talaga natin kung ano yung kaya natin gawin. And siyempre, maglaro lang talaga tayo na ilalagay natin lahat, and trabahuin natin na may puso.
So inspiring. Thank you so much, CC, and congratulations to you and to the Alas Pilipinas. Of course, we're very excited to see your next few games, but for now, we send it over to you, Eric and Noreen.
Thank you, Doreen. Congratulations, CC Rondina. And she's right. I mean, they avoid complications that will result in a loss because they'll get tied with Australia, and Iran will go up to 2-1 as well, as you look at the updated standings of Pool A.
And not to mention, they want to end up in number 1 because there will be a crossover with Pool B. Number 1 obviously is going to be Vietnam. We want to avoid that, and Philippines want to see them hopefully in the finals.
We could be facing Kazakhstan on Tuesday, start of the crossover semifinals in the Challenge Cup is 2024. Tomorrow, final day of the preliminaries. This is your schedule: Vietnam, Indonesia at 10 a.m. Kazakhstan versus Hong Kong at 1. Iran, Australia at 4. And then final match for the Philippines, so looking to go up 4-0 as they take on Chinese Taipei. Winless so far in Pool A. Our director, Nick Earnshaw, executive producer, Ada Bayuga, for Doreen Suwaybagyo, my partner, Noreen Go. I'm Eric Tepan. What a difference a year makes. A new moniker and a new roster, Alas Pilipinas, with a perfect 3-0 start in Pool A of the 2024 AVC Challenge Cup.